One of the best expressions of liberalism in the 20th century is a short essay by great English political thinker Sir Isaiah Berlin. The famous expression to liberalism that he gave was in his essay, Two Concepts of Liberty, in which he famously defended what he called negative liberty, freedom from interference, against a view of liberty that he called positive liberty, according to which people can be compelled to be free, or that they realize freedom only when compelled to realize their best selves. While Berlin's essay has come in for a fair amount of criticism, the distinction sometimes seems to be too simple. Negative liberty seems to leave out too much. Nonetheless, it's a famous statement of a liberal ideal that was important in the development of 20th century Anglophone liberalism. Isaiah Berlin was famous for defending a doctrine that he called value pluralism. Value pluralism is the idea that the universe of values, the moral world, contains a number of values which are irreducible and irreconcilable, and sometimes incomparable, just impossible to know how to trade them off. That's what it means to say they're incomparable. Irreducible, there are lots of them, and there's no way of reducing their number by showing that some are entailed by others. And irreconcilable, pursuit of one necessarily precludes pursuit of others. And Berlin thought that the only way to arrange society, given the fact of moral pluralism, the only right way to arrange society is to leave people free so that they could pursue whatever constellation of values they wished, within certain constraints, of course, respecting one another's rights, respecting one another's liberties. And there is something very attractive about the idea of value pluralism. There also is, I think, something a bit threatening about it. The religious traditions, like Catholicism, have often thought that God is the source of all values. There can't be contradictions within God's will. And so the values somehow have to be compatible, reconcilable. I myself have never been convinced of this. It seems to me when you look at the lives of the saints, you see people who have pursued a great variety of ways of life, vastly different values within the broad ambit of the Catholic tradition. And so I'm rather sympathetic, at least, to what I take the practical upshot of value pluralism to be, which is that there are lots of ways of leading the good life, that each of us should find the way of good life, the way of living that suits him or her best.